Thought for the day, welcome back to the new year, January 2015. It's beginning and starts and resolutions and that kind of thing. I mean, years and years ago when we didn't have drug testing, a homie came in on the first day of work back from the holidays, and he said, "New Year's resolution, no more bud." That's great. He goes, "In fact, I haven't blazed it, for an hour." He said, "Damn, it's January 5. He goes, "Yeah, I'm starting slow," he said. Knock yourself out. So you're back on this journey here at Homeboy Industries. I was talking to a homie in my office on December 23, which was our day that we finished before the break, and I asked the homie, "Hey, what are you going to do on Christmas Day?" He goes, "Well, first, we got to go see the movie my lady wants to see. And then after that, we'll see the movie I want to see." And I said, "What movie does your lady want to see?" And he says, "American Sniper." And I laughed, and he kind of was in on the joke. He says, "Yeah, females, they be wanting their romance," he said. And I go, "Yeah, chick flicks." I said, "What movie are you going to see?" He goes, "Well, I want to see the Hobbit movie." And I asked him if he had seen them, the other ones, and he said, "Yeah, I'd seen them." And he said, "I love a movie with a good story." And then he thinks and gets quiet and wants to be more precise. He goes, "I love a story, a movie, with a good journey." And I thought of those words, a good journey. We're accustomed to thinking that there are paths. I used to walk on the bad path, gang banging, getting high, going to prison. Now I'm walking on the good path. Enjoying recovery, loving my son more than I hate my enemy, having a reason to get up in the morning. There aren't two paths, there's only one path. There's only the good journey. That's it. Now, sometimes you can explain how you get stuck on the path, in the journey. In the mud, in the quicksand. There's a big obstacle, there's a big boulder, there's a gully. How am I going to cross it? But there's only one path, and that is the good journey, and you're on it. And that God is at the other end and beckoning and luring and calling just the same way that you would with your little kid who's learning how to walk. Come on. It's about direction. It's not about choosing paths. The book Life of Pi says if you take 2 steps towards God, God comes running. It's about walking in this direction. There was a homie I knew years ago who no tenía pelos en la lengua. He was just, he had no filters. He would say whatever was on his mind, and he met this guy on the street who had no legs. And he looked at him and he went, "Whoa, how do you manage?" And the guy shrugged and he said, "I just keep moving." And that's the choice. Not about this path or that path. It's about just keep moving toward the God who loves you more than you could ask or imagine, toward the joy that no one can take from you, toward a life that's unimaginable. You just keep moving. You don't have to see the whole road. As the poet says, one step, enough for me. So, Happy New Year. We begin 2015 here, and welcome back to the good journey.
Thank you.